Hello, everyone. Our lesson today is about making introductions. In this lesson, you will learn useful vocabulary and expressions for meeting new people. So let's start by getting into groups of three. Well, I don't mean you are getting into groups of three, but I wanted to talk about making and doing dialogues and with reading. So reading the dialogue with the group members or with someone with you, take turns being each character. So we have three different characters here. Practice, make sure you're practicing your notation and pronunciation. Circle any new words or phrases that you need to practice. Change the gender of the characters to match your group. If that is someone working more than three people. Charlie, Amy, and Richard are our examples for this scenario. So here how Charlie goes. Charlie said, I would like to meet my roommate, Richard. I'd like you to meet my roommate, Richard. I'd like, or you could say, I would like to meet you, my roommate, Richard. Richard say, hello, Richard. It's nice to meet you. I am Amy's brother, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. I am very pleased to meet you. Very pleased to meet you. Remember, Amy has told me all about you. Amy has told me all about you, too. I've been looking forward to meeting you a long time. I have been looking forward to meeting you for a long time. Well, now that you have finally met, why don't we sit down and have a coffee? Why don't, this is a schwa, you see, why don't we sit down and have a coffee? Sounds great. Sounds great. Okay, now let's practice this. By working with someone else, role-play the dialogue, substitute the differentiating expressions below, then switch roles. Charlie, I'd like to meet. I would like you to meet. I would like you to meet. This is when you are introducing someone that you know to someone that you are a friend or family member with. For example, you could say that, hey, Sarah, I would like you to meet my mom. I'd like to meet my sister. In this case, Charlie say, I would like to introduce to you. You could also say, I would like to introduce to you. Remember, in this case, introduce means I would like you to meet. Meet and introduce are synonyms. Charlie, let me introduce you to. This is a command. Let me introduce you to. So in the first case, it was starting I would like. In this case, it's like more like let me take the lead. A command. Let me introduce to you. Or you could say, I want you to meet. I want you to meet. My roommate Richard, if it's a family members like my husband, my son, my colleague, my friend, my girlfriend, my fiance, my uncle, my nephew, my grandfather, my father-in-law, my wife, and so on. So you see how you are making introductions with everyday dialogues. In this, I want you on your turn to do that with someone at home, with as a family member or friend, and practice, please, this dialogue. So we know practice makes perfect. Okay, guys, have a good day and make sure you're practicing your dialogues.